Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into my spoiler review for Marvel Studios' Secret Invasion. If you can't tell from my voice, I am sick. I'm almost done. It sounds a lot worse than it is. But anyways, I'm sick. I have other videos I need to do. I did not enjoy the show, as you could tell from the thumbnail and whatever I titled the video. It's probably my least favorite show they've put out, and I have not enjoyed some specific ones. So because of all that, there's going to be very minimal editing, and I'm not changing the pictures for every slide depending on what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. I've done that before for some other things that I just did not enjoy. So anyways, keep that all in mind. We're going to do what we always do here for these videos, talk non-spoilers, spoilers, and then of course we're also going to jump into Lego talk and what Lego sets they should have and could have done. Alright, let's talk non-spoilers first. Like I said before, I just did not enjoy this. I think that the fact that they were told not to read any of the comics from Secret Invasion, and to me also it felt like there's just some things that are just, that they did in the show that I just think is so, like, dumb. Like, why are you doing this, especially in those final 2 episodes? Again, we'll talk about that in spoilers, but, character-wise, yeah, I guess, Samuel L. Jackson does his thing. He does what he does best, and I really love that he is so enthusiastic about playing the character and wanting to continue to play the character for as long as he can. I think that's really great. I will say that it's very sort of stupid in a way to have him show up in the Marvels, because it's like it just removes all of the stakes for the show. I know that it's sort of a sequel, but like him being in the Marvels, and maybe it's, just changing of dates and moving them all around. I just think that, like, it removed any and all stakes. Yeah, he could have died here, but we know that he's in the Marvels, so clearly he doesn't. I don't know. I also feel like going into this, we had a lot of questions about how long was Talos and his wife, like, filling in for Nick Fury, and I feel like we never got answers to those questions. Spoilers, I guess, for that. So I don't know. I've got a lot more questions, I think, than I do answers when it comes to all that stuff still, and other characters as well, which we'll get to. But yeah, it was fine. I love Talos. I think Ben Mendelsohn is incredible. I love Emilia Clarke too, but boy, was she underused here. Probably misused. Same with the other guy from Bridgerton, Kingsley Ben-Adir. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but anyways, it was fine. Like, I think that there was some really, really bad stuff, but overall it was okay, I guess. There's nothing like too memorable about this that I was like, oh my goodness, that was crazy. Maybe in the first episode is probably my favorite, but yeah, let's jump into things here. I guess the first thing I'll say is I'm really surprised by how long the episodes were. The fact that, like, they were 30-minute episodes, and I'm not saying like, oh, they should have been an hour. I would have preferred that. I just think they felt so rushed. I think that as well. Just some of the episode endings, they felt so repetitive, like constantly ending on some new character's death. Like, first one was Maria Hill. I think the first episode is probably still my favorite. It was really shocking. I thought that was really clever how they switched it to be Nick Fury, and like her last moments, she thought Nick Fury probably killed her. I think that's really sad, and yeah, I think that was a really good start to the whole show, showing that the stakes are high. This person who's been in the MCU since 2012 could die. I think that was pretty crazy. But then it was like, guy is dead. Just kidding. And then Talos at the end of another episode, like the one right after, it's like, I feel like they kept like thinking, oh, how are we going to end these episodes? Oh, let's end it on someone dying. It's like, do something different. I guess another one also, did it end with the guy dying in the forest? Okay. Anyways, I want to talk about like the Skrulls in general. So there's a couple million of them here on Earth, right? And they have remained a secret for quite some time. No one knows about their existence, maybe some government officials and everything. But the way that the show depicts this, there are so many deaths of Skrulls just out in the open. I refuse to believe that no one has grabbed a quick snap on their phone. No one, they're just leaving them around. They're killing people in butcher shops. Oh yeah, they could have cleaned it up, but we saw the police arrived afterwards. They're leaving behind green fingers, all these different things. You're killing people in the woods. There's probably, they're doing the terrorist attack with the bomb. Like, they're just so carelessly killing all of these Skrulls all over the place. There is zero way that the general population does not know about their existence until that news feed or whatever. I don't know. It was so stupid to me. Like, they could have just taken the time to say, oh yeah, we had someone clean it up or something. Because when you're dealing with a secret invasion and the whole Earth doesn't know about their existence, it just doesn't make sense to me. So yeah, one of the best parts was Maria Hill's death, I think, at the start. And then also, what I really enjoyed was the Super Skrulls at the start. Keyword at the start. When we just saw that he was going to be using Extremis, Collapsidian, Groot, and whatever the fourth thing was. Frost Giant or whatever. No, not Frost Giant. The big thing from that stayed behind after Thor the Dark World. Anyways, that thing, I enjoyed that they were like taking the DNA from that to turn themselves into Super Skrulls. I really appreciated that. I liked the bits with the council, the fact that you got to see like all of these different people in power and influence across the world. Not just all politicians, but even like some newscasters and different things. I thought that was really interesting. That they were all Skrulls. They reported to this council. Anyways, what was I saying before? I was talking about the Super Skrulls. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I love the Super Skrulls. Yes, they should have the Fantastic Four powers. But the fact that, we don't have them yet, I did enjoy that. I hope at some point we do get an actual Super Skrull with those powers. I think that would be a lot of fun. But who knows what'll happen down the line. Maybe that could be a what if or something. But yeah, I enjoyed that, and them saying Super Skrulls. I was like, hey, that's something I think maybe learned first about from one of the Fantastic Four video games when I was a kid playing that on the PlayStation 2. So yeah, I've always loved the Fantastic Four and all that. So anyways, moving on. The motivations though, so it was to still make them better. So never have they ever referenced this at all, but I guess Fury sent in Skrulls to get something called and make something called the Harvest, which is all of the DNA of the Avengers all mixed together in a little vial. And I don't even know how that would work. If you have the technology, you can get all those powers. And it's just like, it's so stupid. Like, first of all, this thing that he wants is only revealed in the 5th episode. And then you see it at the end. And then Fury gives it to him. Like, that's so irresponsible and stupid. Like, so stupid. They made 2 of the most powerful beings in the universe there at the end. And it's a good thing that Gaia won, I guess. But she's not even necessarily a good person. Like, think about it. They say all the time, right? Oh, Captain Marvel's so strong, whatever. That she went toe-to-toe with Thanos. And then you've got the Hulk and all of these other people, Avengers, in there. Also, like, are you putting in, like, Hawkeye's DNA in there? Are you gonna go deaf in one ear? Like, I don't know, it's so weird to me. Like, did you put in Tony Stark's too? And Rescue and Shuri? And do they have the Black Panther powers? It's so weird. Like, so stupid. Who's asking for this plot point? Oh, they've also got Mantis so she can grow the antennas and Drax's arm. And just, it's so weird to me. Like, it's just, the more and more that I think about this and just all of the people's blood that they've just mixed all together. Howard the Duck. Like, it's so stupid. Why is this a plot point? I don't understand. And then seeing it all happen too, it looks so bad. I guess it looked better than She-Hulk, but still, that's not saying much. Either way, Fury handed this over to the guy to create the most powerful beings in the universe because you're combining all these things. Good thing that worked. And oh, one thing I wanted to say, I'm sorry, I'm going to keep ranting about this. How many times have we had a story of, oh, we need to replicate their blood, da-da-da-da-da. Like, we've seen it happen so many times in the MCU, right? With the Hulk only became the Hulk because he was trying to replicate Captain America's blood. And then we've seen them trying to replicate the Hulk's blood and different things like that. And that'll obviously play a part in Captain America 4. And it's like, well, if you had this ability, to get Captain America's DNA this whole time, like we saw it happen in Captain America or Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And it's like, it just doesn't make sense that they had the ability this whole time. That I guess all you needed was this Skrull technology. I don't know. Like, and they also knew how to do everything as well, which didn't make any sense. The fact that they knew how to use Ebony Maw's like magic and powers, like all of these things take time to learn, and then they're just doing them. Like Mantis's abilities, like how would they even know how Mantis's abilities work when she also used Ebony Maw's magic or whatever? I guess she also created a ring, like she's creating matter, unless the rings are in his DNA. Like what is this? It does not make any sense to me. That's that. I've got something positive to say, something else that I realized that I did enjoy. I thought of this when I was saying how they had Fury send in these guys to go and collect the blood. What I loved was the implications that he had been using the Skrulls to help him rise in S.H.I.E.L.D. And I think back to the conversation that he had, or I guess he might not have been there. I think it was Alexander Pierce telling this to Steve Rogers, talking about how and why he made Fury the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. The story about how Fury like sent in and went in with his own team to stop this terrorist attack or whatever it was. And I feel like that was heavily alluded to here, like whether it was Talos or maybe it was the villain who I don't even remember the name because who cares. It might have been him talking about like, yeah, you were sending us in on all these secret missions, helping you rise to the. I think it was Talos, and I really enjoyed that. I also really enjoyed their dynamic. I'm sad that Talos is dead. Like he's just so great. I'd love like some prequel stuff with him in Star Wars. I know we're talking about Marvel now, but I feel like they've done all that they can really for him here in the MCU. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really liked him, and some of the moments he had with Gaia too, I thought were sweet. But I don't know. I don't have much more to say about this. I guess I should talk about the title sequence since people got really up in arms about that. I don't care. Yeah, they've given the reason of why it's AI generated, and people seem not to realize that even though it was AI generated, it still is being created by a human, and it's just another form of medium that they're using to create these credits. I'm not saying I enjoyed them, but yeah, to say, oh, all these people lost out on jobs, there's still people credited for it. There's still people that have to plug in, different things to get the different results that they wanted for those credits. So yeah, the future of this, Guy's around. She's with the British chick, who was really great, by the way. I didn't say that before, but she was a lot of fun. And oh yeah, also the best fight sequence was that one in episode 5 with. Again, I haven't even talked about Fury's wife. Doesn't matter, really. Like, they've never talked about her before. Winter Soldier, they did. No, they really didn't, because he was just talking about S.H.I.E.L.D. So, anyways, I don't know. My point is that the future of this, I guess, so she's going to be helping the British lady. She has literally all the powers of the Avengers, probably the most powerful being in the universe. And we've also got Fury and his wife going up leading Sword. I wonder if we're going to see her in the Marvels, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, villain's dead, so there's no future for him. Also, the president, boy, had a real dark turn there at the end. So no aliens whatsoever. I guess that includes Groot and anyone else who decides they want to help. Which, at first I was like, that's kind of rude. Then I was thinking, I'm like, man, that's, I guess, the third invasion if you include Endgame. That the Earth's been attacked, and I could see someone going like, yeah, no aliens policy. But yeah, also, again, sorry, I'm going to rant about the ending a little bit more. It just does not make sense with how when different people were like trying to take out the Skrulls, right? I guess someone leaked the list of who was on the council. So they shot the British Prime Minister, which I don't even know how you would do that. Anyways, they shot the British Prime Minister. She died a human. But then, when everyone else was released, I haven't even talked about Rhodey. Oh my goodness. So many characters in this show, and I feel like it didn't do much. Okay, maybe he was a Skrull. How long has he been a Skrull for? I don't know. I feel like if I'm gonna assume Civil War because he still didn't know how to walk here. But yeah, I feel like if he had died there, that would have been kind of cool if he had turned into a Skrull, like in Tony's arms. Like that's what Secret Invasion should have been. Is at the end of some Avengers movie, some Avenger dies, and then they call in like someone else, like the new Captain America or something, and they're like, we have to show you something, and then they show that he turned green and he's purple blood. Like that would have been so much more effective instead of this. Like this was just dumb, and they kept mentioning, oh, the Avengers, Fury. Why don't you call the Avengers? No, I've got this myself. Like I just call them. Oh, they're gonna be impersonated. Then stop mentioning them. It's the Supergirl effect on the CW. Oh, my cousin Clark, my cousin from Krypton, and all the other times on Batwoman too. Of, oh yeah, my cousin Bruce, and they never show them. Like, don't mention them if you're not gonna show them. Like you kept doing. Could have been just one person could have shown up and I would have been happy. But oh, I got to deal with it myself. Just kidding. I'm gonna trust some turncoat here, who, I maybe or maybe not. I can't trust her. Who's to say? I didn't really know her. She abandoned her father. She's just a teenager in Skrull age. So stupid to me. So just bad writing. Oh yeah. Also, Agents of Shield fans thinking that Daisy was gonna show up in what, episode 3 or 4. Oh man, so funny, and they still think that it's canon to the MCU despite it not being on the timeline. Oh, so comical, so funny. Oh my goodness. Also, and yeah, I know I'm just egging you on to comment in the comment section. Yeah, it is canon. You're dumb. Yeah, it's working. Good. Leave a dislike. Do it. I dare you. It does the same thing as a like. GG. Go leave. I don't care if you think that Agents of Shield is canon. I don't want you watching this video. Anyways, no. I think that it was funny that people actually thought that was gonna happen. There's just no way. Also, with Agents of Shield, like I tried looking up what happened to Project Tahiti. Yes, I did watch the show for quite a long time. But with Coulson, when he was brought back to life, like what happened to that technology? Supposedly, like it was shut down, but then some new version. Anyways, my point with that is, if they can bring back him, they could have brought back Maria Hill, especially with 2023 technology. Hey, maybe there's some Skrull technology. Who's to say, right? Did I cover everything? I feel like I'm out of order here. I'm sure I'm gonna remember something else. I just know this isn't for me. Lego talk. Look, as much as I'm like, I'm not enjoying this, I still would have, like, a Lego figure of this would be so easy to do. Just Nick Fury, his little beard would be gray, and he would have a little dark red beanie, and yeah, that'd be fine. I like his look in the Marvels. I'm sad he's not getting a figure from that, but I don't know. I don't know who else you would do. I guess, and again, the only thing that I would say is like put him in the minifigure series too, but clearly they're skipping shows, so I don't know what's up with that. And yeah, I guess they could have done a set, maybe the attack on the president. Maybe you don't have it be the president. I don't know. I don't know how you would go around doing that. Either way, nope. I'm fine. This is the first time I'm like, okay, we don't need sets since really the only important figure we can really already get. Well, there you have it, everyone. What do you think of this? Hey, I'm sick, and I'm yelling, and I'm ranting, and I'm waving my hands you just can't see. But boy, this show really fell off the rails, I think, at the end in terms of, like, writing and continuity and just logic and character development and character actions. Boy, oh boy. People compared this to the Winter Soldier. I feel like this and a lot of recent stuff with Fury has undone how cool he was in the Winter Soldier. I even go back to, I remember being in the theater when he lifted up his eye patch and he's like, you need to keep both eyes open, and we were like, that's amazing, that's crazy, he still has his eye. And that was so early on in the MCU too. And then now it's like, haha, little cat gave him a scratch. And then then afterwards, for whatever reason, he's still wearing that when he looks so much cooler with the eye patch. At least that's one good thing to come from the show, is that he's got the eye patch back. He looks so cool with that. I don't know, man. This is not for me. I can't recommend this to someone. And it's so sad because I like so many of the people in the show too. But oh well. What do you think of this? Comment down below. Did you enjoy the show? Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you all have a great day. I'll see you all in the next one.